So today we're going to be going over my top 10 winter niche fragrances for this winter. Now I planned to do this video last year, around in December time when I did my designer video, top 10 winter designer fragrances for 2020 going into 2021. I missed that, got pretty busy with a lot of other videos, so this one's rolling out a little bit late at the end of January here, but there is still quite a bit of winter left. It's just getting started for some of us, so I wanted to get my niche video out because I know a lot of you guys like these heavy niche fragrances in the winter time as well. I've got 10 of them here for you today. No honorable mention. They are going to be in order from 10 to 1 based off of what I'm going to be wearing the most, what I have been wearing the most since I've had time to compile this one, and just my favorites for the winter time in general. I will provide links to discounters when I can, when they are available on discounters. A lot of these you can get on places like Fragrance Net and Fragrance X, and those links will be down below along with the appropriate discount codes. And some of these you can get on places like Twisted Lily. I do have a code for them that works site-wide all the time. It is Chaos10. That will get you 10% off any order over there on Twisted Lily. We do have a couple of them that I will be linking to them over there because they're not available anywhere else. So make sure you keep that in mind. Twisted Lily, 10% off, Chaos10. Make sure you take advantage of that. It's a great way to save yourself quite a bit of money, especially when you're talking niche prices. So let's go and jump right into it. At number 10, we have Royal Oud by Creed. The only Creed that's going to be in this video. Usually when it comes to winter time, there's not too many Creeds that I would choose. I would say Royal Oud and Viking are among a few of the only ones. You know, Spice and Wood, that one is a bit more expensive. That's a great one as well. This one actually gets compared a little bit to Spice and Wood. I think they're quite different, but I do see maybe why people would draw those comparisons. Smells amazing though. Got a very heavy cedarwood note. It's very light on the oud. The oud is a very fresh oud, very mild. You get that signature Creed ambergris in the base of this one. It's overall very fresh. To me, it's got just a little bit of a salty kick, and I think that is coming from the traditional Creed DNA. They kind of get a similar thing in Viking. You know, Viking has that spiciness, has that mintiness, that pepper with that Creed kind of base as well, kind of giving just a bit of a salty touch. Smells awesome. Every time I smell this fragrance, I fall in love with it more. When I first got it, I wasn't the biggest fan just because I was really into the freshies, and now that I'm starting to come around to stuff that has a bit more depth, this one is starting to appeal to me more. This one doesn't have a crazy amount of depth. It is still relatively kind of fresh leaning because of that Creed signature DNA it has, but still very heavy on the cedarwood, lends a bit of a smoky touch as well. Nice oud in here as well, just to a slight extent. Great fragrance from Creed. It is a bit underrated in my opinion, and one I definitely need to snag another bottle of because this one is pretty low, unfortunately. This was mostly decanted out, which is why it's so low. That's Creed Royal Oud at number 10. At number 9, we have a fragrance from a niche house that only creates small bottles. And for the longest time, I was not wanting to get any of them because I just don't like small-sized bottles in terms of milliliter size, not the actual physical size of the bottle. I'm talking about the capacity of the amount of fragrance inside. I like 100 mils plus. I can go for a 75 if it is a Creed like Royal Oud. That's usually about pushing it. I don't like 50 mils and below. That's just not my thing. I feel like I'm not getting the best deal I can when I get it in smaller amounts, even though it does cost more to get a bigger bottle. If you were to repurchase that bottle again because you got a small bottle and you bought it twice, you would be paying more than if you bought it one time with that same amount. If you buy a 50 ml bottle twice, it's going to be more expensive than if you buy a 100 ml bottle one time. Aside from that little rant there, this fragrance, if you haven't guessed it already, is from Nasomatto. This one is Black Afgano. And if you guys didn't know, these are only produced in 30 ml and they are straight concentration. So I mean, if you look at the color of this stuff, I mean, realistically, this fragrance and a lot of theirs don't need to be in a big bottle because this will be more than enough. Black Afgano, man, it is one of my favorites. It's got cannabis, it's got oud, incense, smoky, resinous, heavy, thick. So much going on with this fragrance. It smells so awesome, though. Just so fun and cool to wear. Completely different than anything else out there and anything that I have and I have smelled. Great, great fragrance here at number 9. It's a great one. I really like it. It's got strong performance. It's really a confident scent. It's not going to be for everyone. You really kind of have to be comfortable with yourself and comfortable with wearing fragrances that are a bit out there to really pull this one off because it is different. It will have people wondering what you're wearing, but it is awesome stuff. Very fun for the niche enthusiasts. This stuff is incredible. Nasomatto Black Afgano. At number 8, we have a fragrance from Parfums de Marly. This one I did a first impressions on recently, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. I've had more time to wear it and experience it. And the thing about this one is it does go out of stock often. There was a point where everywhere, including Parfums de Marly's website, it was out of stock. It was nowhere to be found. They just had a shortage for whatever reason. Maybe an ingredient issue, I'm not for sure, but you could not get the scent, and I was so bummed for the longest time. Recently, it has popped back up at Fragrance X. I will link it down below. That is where I got my bottle from, for I believe $297, which is quite a bit cheaper than the, I think, $350 or $370 or something like that it retails for on Parfums de Marly's website. So again, you can save yourself, I think, close to $100 by getting it from Fragrance X. Again, that is where I got mine. This one is Carlisle. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. This nice patchouli, spicy, sexy, warm, inviting fragrance. A bit of apple up top. Nice patchouli in here. A bit of a spicy kick. Kind of has that similar menthol smell that I get from Layton. Just kind of that feeling and smell. This stuff is everything that I thought it was going to be and more. It does have a little bit of a comparison to Red Tobacco by Mancera, and I do see that a little bit, although I still do think they are quite different, and each are, for different people out there for sure. I mean, you could like Red Tobacco and maybe not like this one, and vice versa as well. There is similarities though. I definitely pick up on that. But this one is amazing. I love the scent. It's got really good performance on my skin. That's something I've been able to test. It smells fantastic. It works well on me. It's very wearable in the wintertime. The stuff is awesome. So glad I finally have it in my possession to wear it. Again, this one's at number 8, Parfums de Marly, Carlisle. At number 7, we have a Kilian fragrance. This one is Intoxicated. This here is the silver plaque version with the silver plaque on the front and silver cap. This is actually my second bottle of Intoxicated. I like this fragrance so much that I just so happened to stumble across this bottle here, which is again the silver plaque and silver cap. It is kind of scuffed up. I cleaned it up. There we go. Silver. The new one, the one that I have, and how they come now if you get them from Kilian directly and probably from discounters as well, it has gold cap and a gold plaque on the front. From what I've been able to tell so far, it's basically the exact same scent. I haven't tested them side by side. I've just worn this one. I've worn the other one. I haven't done super hard analysis, but they're the same. So it's not like a reformulation thing. I think they just are kind of slowly moving away from this bottle from what I understand, or maybe leaving it for the fresher ones. I know like Smoke for the Soul and more over there that have this silver as well. Smoke for the Soul, I think Light My Fire still has the silver going on, although I could be wrong. So I think their slightly fresher ones are still maintaining this, and then the heavier ones are going to gold, which is fine. I like either version for sure. This is a beautiful coffee, cardamom, spicy, sexy fragrance. Intoxicated is one of my favorites from Kilian, and I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't think I was going to like this one as much. And honestly, when I first got it in and I first sprayed it, I liked it, but I wasn't blown away by it necessarily quite yet. I mean, I thought it smelled nice, really nice, but it wasn't anything that I thought I was going to like that much. Now it's one of my favorites. I would say for me right now, Straight to Heaven and this one are a couple of my top favorite Kilians. That can change at any point, but this stuff is amazing. If you like coffee and fragrances, this one right here is one of the best. Kilian Intoxicated at number 7. At number 6, we do have a fragrance from Mancera, one that we did just mention a second ago. This one is Red Tobacco. So like I said, there's a bit of a comparison to Carlisle, but still quite a bit of a difference as well. The tobacco in here is much more prominent. There's a slight medicinal touch, and that is coming from the oud. There is patchouli in here as well. Nice smokiness, a bit of a green earthiness coming from that patchouli. Again, quite a bit different than Carlisle, and both of them are different enough to both be featured in this video, obviously. This one is incredible. One of my favorite tobacco fragrances. It's perfect for an evening out. It's perfect in the winter time. It's just so wearable for me. It's one that I can reach for quite often, even though it does seem like it may be heavy and hard to pull off and very situation specific. I find it to be one that I can gravitate towards for a lot of situations. It just works well. For tobacco lovers, this is one that you have to at least try, if not definitely own a bottle of in your collection. It's awesome, awesome stuff. That oud is a nice touch. The patchouli is a fantastic touch. I love patchouli. This is a really well done scent. One of my favorites by far from Mancera. Love the bottle on this one too. They really went all out with the bottle because they probably knew this was going to be a hit. And it definitely is. Some nice details in the cap right there as well. gold accenting on the bottle. Beautiful stuff all around. Mancera Red Tobacco at number 6. Breaking into the top 5, we have one of my favorite beloved vanilla fragrances. This one's vanilla, Peru balsam, honey, one of my favorites. I still remember when I first tried this fragrance. I was blown away. I was so impressed because this was pretty early on before I really gotten into niche fragrances. I was just stunned. I'm like, wow, that is a fragrance. What have I been missing out on? It just blew me away. This one, again, at number 5, this one is Carner El Born. It's a very nice balsamic kind of vanilla, very, very sweet. And it also has a booziness about it. It smells like a boozy fragrance. And that's just how the vanilla comes across in here. Boozy vanilla, very sweet, nice honey in here. This is not going to be for everyone, for sure. I mean, this is a sweet, sweet fragrance. But for me, it is one of my favorite vanillas. I love the booziness about it. It makes it perfect for wintertime. Very cozy, borderline gourmand in a way. And it's just one that, even now, to this day, blows me away. Can't get enough of this stuff. I have a few bottles of this one. I had to get myself a backup because I love it. I mean, you look at this stuff, the color of the fragrance itself, the scent itself, it is just a stunner. If you like vanilla, especially a more boozy vanilla, this is a must-have. At number 5, that is El Born. Continuing with the boozy theme, at number 4, we do have a fragrance from Roja Parfums. This one is going to be Creation E, Enigma, whatever you want to call it. I believe this is the Creation E, right? Yep, Creation E. Again, the plaques on these are just filthy. I'm trying to clean it up a little bit for you guys. I don't really pay too much attention to that for myself, but when you get them on camera, if they don't look good, they really do show up. Here we go, Creation E. I love the bottles on these straights and the EDPs like this, and just the color of the fragrance itself. That is unbeatable. That is just sexy. It's satisfying, man. Seeing a fragrance with that dark color of a juice, it's just awesome. And this fragrance itself smells amazing. Another one with vanilla. It's got this nice cognac in here, benzoin, and it smells to die for. It smells incredible. Got this nice tobacco smokiness as well. It is just an amazing, amazing fragrance. I love Creation E. I love everything about it. This here, of course, is the Parfum, the extrait, potent stuff. You can also get the Parfum Cologne. Now, again, these are going to be found on Twisted Lily because most everywhere else they'll be sometimes more expensive than retail, which you don't want to do. You're going in the wrong direction. If you get these through Twisted Lily, use my code CHAOS10 to get 10% off. When you're paying $4.85, that adds up a lot. Also, you can get the Parfum Cologne, which I also do have. It is a beast on my skin. That one retails for $2.90. Use the code CHAOS10, 10% off. You're still saving yourself quite a bit of money there as well. This is easily one of my favorites from Roja when I want something that's very high-end, very luxurious, very boozy, elegant, sophisticated, and sexy. Enigma Creation E is one that I'll reach for. If you want to just go all out and spring for this one, go for it. And I promise you, if you're into this thing, you won't regret it. But if you just want to save yourself some more money and get the Parfum Cologne, that is definitely a solid way to go as well. Whatever you can do to get your nose on this stuff and get your hands on it is what you need to do. At number 4, Creation E. At number 3, we have Amouage Interlude Black Iris. This is an incredible flanker. I love the addition of iris to this Interlude DNA. Interlude's always been one that I've really enjoyed. And the iris in here just makes it a bit more warm, a bit more smooth, and definitely more wearable. Gives it a touch of more of a kind of mass appeal feel to it. This still isn't going to be anything that, you go out and you just get drowned in compliments, but it does give it kind of a warm sexiness about it, which the original is very strong, very spicy, and didn't quite have. The iris in here works phenomenal with this DNA. I love it. It's another one that you can get at Twisted Lily because it's not really going to be available anywhere else as far as I'm aware, discounter-wise, so it's another one. You can use my code, save 10% off. That is where I got this one as well, I believe. I can't remember for sure. This is an amazing one right here. Amouage Interlude Black Iris. If you like the Interlude DNA, you want something a bit more smooth and wearable, check this one out. That's at number 3, perfect for winter. At number 2, we have African Leather by Memo Paris. Beautiful leather cardamom scent. Warm, spicy, seductive. Touch of this kind of freshness in there as well. Kind of this fresh, menthol-y type of thing going on. Just a little bit. You can feel it when you smell it for sure. A stunner, an absolute stunner. I've wanted this for so long. Twisted Lily did send this one out to me. Again, this is where your best bet is to grab this one. And if you use that code, you know the drill, 10% off, nice deal. I'm so glad to have this one finally. I've wanted it for so long, It's been hyped. I've wanted it, just never got around to it. A beautiful leather note, nice spicy cardamom up top, and it is just a beautiful, stunning, sexy, and addicting fragrance. I've been loving this so much. I've been addicted to it. I've been wearing it so often, whether it be just on my hand to go throughout the day, wearing it directly on my skin, like on my neck to really go out. I mean, I've just been smelling it all the time. Gorgeous, gorgeous leather fragrance. If you like cardamom, you like leather, this is a no-brainer for you. At number 2, perfect for wintertime, African leather. And finally, at number 1, we have Ani by Nishane, another one of my favorites right here. This one is another vanilla scent, but the thing about this one is it has this kind of lemon smell, this lemon vanilla. It almost smells like a lemon vanilla dessert, very gourmand leaning. It's kind of like a lemon shortcake or lemon dessert type of thing going on, lemon meringue to an extent, not like Chanel Allure Homme Sport Edition Blanche or Allure Homme Edition Blanche. That one gets compared to lemon meringue pie. This smells nothing like the Chanel, so I hesitate to use that example, but I don't know how else to describe it. Lemon sexiness with a lot of vanilla and benzoin in this one. One of my all-time favorite vanilla fragrances as well. This one in El Born, a couple of my favorites, of course, Guerlain SDV, another one that is just a stunning vanilla scent. But in terms of ones that I reach for and wear the most, this one and El Born, a couple of my favorites. Ani especially has been blowing my mind. Gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I did get the 100 ml, and I'm so glad I did. This one you can't get, I believe, on Fragrance X or Fragrance Net, one of the two. I will link it down below at the top. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance here at number 1. Stunner. I can't get enough of it. For wintertime, this is one of the best out there. So guys, that was going to do for me. That was my top 10 winter niche fragrances for this winter season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you want some luxury high-end fragrances to wear here for the rest of winter time, these are going to be some of my favorites, the ones I've been wearing the most, and some that are just the best that I have right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.